What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another Screw Toy action figure review. And before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. The links to all those are in the description down below. Now, getting a quick look at the figure that we have here in front of us. This is the Mezco exclusive 112 Collective Spider-Man 2099. And I did buy this figure about a month and a half ago from a seller on a Facebook group. But when he received the figure from Mezco, the blades on the arm were broken, so he had to go through the whole process of getting a replacement from Mezco, waiting for that to arrive, and then shipping it out to me. And now, after a month and a half, I do have him here in front of me, and I'm very excited to get a closer look at this figure. So we'll get a quick look here at the packaging, and we'll get a quick look at the figure itself. Now getting a quick look at the packaging. This packaging is very small and compact and not big and bulky like we're used to from Mezco, but it's very nice and very sleek. You get the name of the character up here, Spider-Man 2099, the Mezco exclusive sticker, a very, very nice image of Spider-Man 2099 from the comics right there, 112 Collective. On the side, you get this very nice pattern throughout the box. It is the pattern on the costume, the logo of Spider-Man 2099, the name of the character, 112 Collective. On the back, the same image as the front. On the side, the same image as the other side. On top, you get 112 Collective. On the bottom, you get a whole bunch of bullshit, a barcode, not like the accessories. But enough about this packaging. Let's crack this bad boy open. Now getting a quick look at all the accessories that Spider-Man 2099 does come with. First off, he does come with this very nice little instruction sheet that shows you how to put on the webs, how to change out the hands, and just to be careful with your figure. And he also does come with the typical 112 Collective Mezco Ziploc bag to keep all the accessories in one space and not to lose any of the accessories. You also do get this very nice stand with a comic image of Spider-Man 2099 here in the center, the name of the character, and it's very nice, man. You can actually feel a lot of that detail actually on that stand. It's not just printed on there. You do get the peg right there. It does pop out, and the way I like to pop that peg is to grab the arm of the stand, push it out from back here, and then that peg comes out fairly easy. Then you grab the arm, you peg it in there, and now you have a very nice dynamic flight stand for your figure. Now getting a quick look at all the hands that Spider-Man 2099 does come with, and he does come with quite a few hands. Starting off, he does come with a set of gripping hands. Next, he does come with a set of open splayed out hands with a notch cut in the back of them to port the webs on when he's shooting the webs. The next pair of hands that he does come with are these open splayed out hands. The next ones are very similar, but they're a little bit more stylized, like he's kind of reaching for something. And then the last set of hands that he does come with are these wall crawling hands. And also, I did forget to mention, he does come with fists straight out of the packaging. Spider-Man 2099 does come with two sets of wrist communicators. The first one being a turned off communicator, and the second one being with his little AI coming out of the watch. That does look very, very nice, man. I really like the amber colored AI, and you can actually see some of those lines like it's a hologram. So very nice attention to detail, and I really do like these accessories. Spider-Man 2099 does come with several sets of webs. The first one being this very big, open and splattered web that will go very nice on a display. The second web is a kind of a longer shooting web, like it's going to splatter or hook onto something. The next one is a very similar one, just with the end of the web a little bit more splayed out. The third web is a thinner, more focused web, I guess you would say. And the last one that he does come with is a impact web that is very nice. It looks like he's going to hit someone with this web. He also does come with this very nice web that goes over a face of any figure in your collection to make it look like he webbed someone's face up. Spider-Man 2099 does come with several sets of heads. The first one being a fully masked head sculpt. The second one being a half-masked head sculpt with the fangs coming out of his mouth. And the third and last head sculpt that he does come with is a fully unmasked head sculpt. And I really dig this head sculpt, man. Usually Mezco's known to have these waxy looking faces, but this one is absolutely incredible. And here we have Spidey 2099. And this figure is freaking amazing, dude. I really, really like this figure quite a bit. I've been messing with this figure for about, I want to say maybe 2 to 3 days. And I haven't been able to put him down, man. Just getting a close-up look at the head sculpt starting off. You can see all that very nice attention to detail and texture throughout the whole head sculpt. You get this very nice pattern on the head. It's kind of like a basketball. It really, really reminds me of a basketball with that texture. The red on this figure is very nice and vibrant, really stands out. It's very saturated, a very saturated red. The logo on the torso is very nicely done. You get this very nice panel lining throughout the spider, so I really do like that little attention to detail, you know what I mean? They didn't have to do that. It is a Mezco style detail, but it works. It really works for this figure. The pattern goes on to the fabric like the head, so it's a very nice transition from the head to the body to the cloth material, you know, from plastic to cloth. Again, very seamless transition, I would say. The panel lining and the spider goes all the way down the arm to the blades, and this is where my biggest complaint comes in, or probably my only complaint, are these blades, man. Like I said, when I first purchased this figure, the guy that I purchased it from, you know, when he first got the figure, he kind of inspected the figure before sending them to me, and these blades were completely shattered, and I could see why. These things are very stiff, very hard, and they feel like they have no give. So if I drop this figure, this will automatically snap. I know it. I feel it. It's, again, very, very hard, and it makes kind of handling the figure a little bit unpleasant and a little bit scary, you know, not as fun, because you're just going to be constantly fearing that you're going to break those. But they do look very nice glossy candy red paint on those blades, and it does run down to his hands right here, as you can see. That does look very nice, and also they are very sharp, so do be careful. Moving down to the legs, you don't get too much details. You do get the very same pattern here on the feet that you get throughout the whole body. Mine, unfortunately, did have a little bit of red paint splatter on there. I'm going to have to, I don't know how well you can see it, but I'm going to have to kind of try to pick that off with a Q-tip and some alcohol. The feet, I really do enjoy them. These feet, or the bottom of the shoes, the soles of the shoes, remind me very much of Andrew Garfield's first Spider-Man costume. I don't know, I think it's these little circles. They remind me so much of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man costume from the Amazing Spider-Man 1 movie. The back is pretty plain. You can see the stitching back here. This is where they hid it, which I would rather it be on the back than on the front. And then what people were complaining most about is this cape, but honestly, it's not that bad. I don't really have a problem with it. It's very nice. It's very thin. It's not too thick. It's not too long. And it does have a bendy wire running throughout the sides of them, so you can post that up very nicely, as you can see. And that holds up pretty well. But yeah, man, solid figure overall. I really do enjoy him quite a bit. No real complaints, again, other than those blades. I wish they were a little bit softer and they had a little bit more give, so you won't be scared to shatter those blades. The accessories, you get a whole bunch. Again, you get shitload of hands, whole bunch of heads, whole bunch of webs, and yeah, man, he's a very, very solid figure. Now, getting a quick look at articulation. His head is on a dumbbell joint. With that top joint, he can look up this much, which is pretty great. He can look down that much. His neck is a separate piece that plugs into the body, so with those two, he can pretty much bury the chin. He can look up pretty much all the way up. You get great head pivoting for some attitude. The arms are on ball joints, and he can hit a amazing Y pose. Not a T pose, but a Y pose, so that is very nice. Shimmy that down. He does have upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows to bend in a great amount. Look at that. That's pretty great. He does have ball joints at the wrist that hinge up and down, side to side, and rotate a full 360, depending on how you have that ball joint configured. And they do pop on and off fairly easy. Moving his arm down. He does have a mid diaphragm cut right there, so you can pivot this much to this side, this much to this side. He can crunch this much forward. Not the greatest amount back from that diaphragm cut, but he does have a lower diaphragm cut, or lower ab crunch, whatever you want to call it. He can not move much back still. He can crunch a lot further. Actually, look at that. That's pretty great. He does have upper thigh cuts, so you get some shifting right there. You do get double jointed knees, and he can easily kick his own back. He does have no lower calf swivel or anything. He does have ball joints here at the feet, so he can hinge this much forward, that much back, and you do get great ankle pivot with pecals at the bottom of his feet. Now getting a quick look at some size comparisons. Here we have Spider-Man 2099 next to the Marvel Legends 2020 Retro Card Spider-Man, the Marvel Legends Gamerverse Miles Morales, the Mafex Carnage, the Mafex Ben Riley, the Mafex Cyclops, and last but not least, here he is next to two of my favorite Marvel Legends in my collection, the Unparalleled Captain America and the 80th Anniversary Iron Man. And there you have it, a very solid offering by Mezco Toys. This figure is pretty much flawless in my opinion. I have maybe one complaint, and it's those blades on the arm being very stiff and not having any give and possibly breaking. But overall, man, this figure is pretty much great. The texture on the suit is very nice. The very nice little panel lining throughout the figure is a very nice touch. The head sculpts are all pretty great. The amount of accessories are amazing. He's just a very solid figure. One of the top 5 contenders of figure of the year, in my opinion. And yeah, I know I say that a lot, but man, this figure is just freaking amazing. I've had it for about 3, 4, 5 days, and I haven't been able to put it down. So that itself speaks volumes, because usually I get a figure, play around with it for a day, put it in my DTOF, and don't touch it again. But this figure right here, man, if you're able to get it for retail or close to retail, definitely try to scoop this figure up, because it's a great figure, man. That's all I got to say. It's a great figure. But enough of me rambling on. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. The links to all those are in the description down below. Follow me on Instagram, man. None of y'all follow me. My Instagram count is very low, so I'm trying to, work my way up on my Instagram followers. So if you don't mind, take a few seconds, go over there and give me a follow. But that's enough of me rambling on. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.